If you ever seen a deep red gem and wonder, is that ruby or garnet, you are not alone. Both promise passion and timeless color, yet they live in a completely different worlds of value and durability. Today we'll break down what really separates them: color and sparkle, lab reports and treatments, durability and daily wear, cut and brightness, and how their totals compare in a simple solitaire engagement ring. By the end, you will know which one fits your style and lifestyle best. What they are. Ruby is a variety of corundum, the same mineral as sapphire, with chromium creating that vivid inner glow. It's dense, tough, and prized for centuries in royal jewelry. Garnet isn't the stone but a family: almandite, spessartite, and many others. The red members can look strikingly similar to ruby at the first glance, especially in candlelight or photos, but chemically they are completely different. Ruby's aluminum oxide, garnet's a silicate blend, which gives it slightly higher sparkle dispersion, but it also makes it less durable. Think of a ruby as focused beams of the red light. Garnet scatter that light softly, like a red glass catching the sun. Color, the core difference. Colors is where the truth shows. A fine ruby glows with a pure red and cool undertone, never orange, never brown. It toned in medium to medium dark with a saturation that stays rich even in the shade. Under open shade daylight, ruby keeps that neon-like life, especially from Burma or Mozambique. That glow comes from chromium atoms absorbing green light, leaving red to dominate. It's basically a physics you can see. Most garnets, especially almandine, shift towards brown or wine under warm light. In daylight, they can look beautiful, deep cranberry, sometimes pure pomegranate red. Under indoor light, they often darken or go brick red, sometimes almost black at night. That changes the part of their charm for those who love an antique mood. If you want a gem that stays consistent red in any setting, ruby wins for sure. If you prefer a softened vintage red that deepens with candlelight, garnet tells a different story. 2 light checks. Before you choose, see both stones in 2 places. In open shade daylight, check how the color breathes. Under a warm indoor lamp, watch for dueling or brown shift. The best stones hold their hue without collapsing into darkness. It's a simple habit that reveals more truth than any photo ever can. Lab and treatment. To be sure of what you are buying, use the right report. Quick pause. If you're shopping for an engagement ring, download our tailored video guide in the description below. We turn your love story into the ring that truly yours through an easy step-by-step process. Built for daily wear, more attainable than you think. I hope this guide helped you, and I would love to work together. Coming back to the certificates. For rubies, trust AGL, GIA, or GRS, or Gübelin. They confirm species, origin, and whether the stone was heated. Heat treatment is common and accepted for rubies. Some rubies receive lower temperature heating that subtly reduce blue or purplish components. If a stone is labeled as unheated, that's premium, reflects rarity, not just colors, so it's definitely going to be more expensive. For garnets, reports are less common but available if you need identity or variety confirmed. Most are natural and unheated, which makes them refreshingly straightforward. Still, a lab memo can be useful for insurance, resale, providing that your gem is natural, almandite, or rhodolite, not a synthetic or glass imitations. That's the very important point. And a lot of times, lots of people will try to sell you a synthetic or glass imitation rather than the actual garnet itself. Think of it as a passport for your stone, simple proof of authenticity. Cut and brightness. Since neither has an official cut grade, judge its visual. Face the stone straight on. If you see a pale circle, that's a window. Light is leaking. Rotate it. Does brightness stay even, or does it go dark on one side or another? Rubies are often cut deep to preserve saturation. Garnet, because they are less costly, are sometimes cut shallow, which can cause uneven color. Ideal depth is around 60 to 70%, balanced light with no window and no dead center. Durability and daily wear. Ruby ranked 9 on the Mohs scale, second only to diamond, same as a sapphire. It resists scratches and hole polish beautifully even decades later. Garnet range 6.5 to 7.5 depending on the variety. Fine for the daily wear if you set it done properly, but it can pick up micro scratches if worn hardcore, I would say. If you work with your hands or wear your ring all day, Ruby handles that life gracefully, although significantly more expensively. If you want garnet, use protective prongs or slim bezel and make sure you treat it gently. Both deserve care, but Ruby simply forgives more everyday life. Pricing. With that covered, here's what a 2-carat simple solitaire really totals. To make it simple, let's imagine that we're talking about engagement ring in a very simple solitaire setting, 14-karat gold, which cost about $950. So the rest is the cost of the stone. Ruby commands a premium for its hardness, rarity, and vividness. Garnet delivers that romantic red aesthetic at the far gentle total. The difference is not just in price, it's longevity. A well-chosen ruby can become a heirloom. A garnet might need a gentle handling but offers the same emotional impact for smaller investment. Either way, you should choose it for meaning, not for marketing. But putting the numbers together, ruby will be slightly above the sapphires in terms of how much it costs. So you're definitely going to be looking at least $3,000 per carat and going up if you chosen the beautiful color. If you are comparing ruby and the garnet and want to see current examples, download our free engagement guide in the description below. There is a lot of information there. If you still have any questions, feel free to schedule a free consultation with me and I'll walk you through all the differences and specifics, and finally how to make this perfect engagement ring. Thank you guys so much for watching and I'll see you in the next video.